I've said it before on this channel that streaming services are just going to keep raising the prices on their ad-free services until everyone just drops off of that and goes to their ad-supported tiers where they make the most money from that. And right now it looks like we got another example of a company doing just that. The headline of this article from The Verge: Netflix is going to take away its cheapest ad-free plan. The basic Netflix subscription that costs $11.99 per month in the US is being retired. Canada and the UK will be the first to see it go. A lot of this information in this article is coming from the latest Netflix's earnings call that they just had. And just as a little breakdown of what the different tiers are, I got their pricing and tier plan pulled up. So right now they currently have a standard package with ads, standard package without ads, and then the premium package. What they were looking to do was to retire the $11.99 per month ad-free package, which is actually no longer available for new or returning customers. It's just kind of a legacy one. If people already had Netflix, then they can have it without ads for that price. Well, since they're getting rid of that, that means people have to pay $15.49 per month if they want to continue to watch Netflix without ads, or they can jump down to the ad-supported tier, which is $6.99 per month. So that is kind of a big jump to go from $11.99 per month to $15.49 per month if you want to essentially have the exact same service that you currently have. But let's go back into the article to see some of the details that they have on this. In a video interview for investors, co-CEO Greg Peters said the ad-supported offering is now at 23 million monthly active users, and that Netflix priority for it is scale. You see what I mean about how they're trying to push everyone to their ad-supported version? He goes on to talk about how they're adding some of the features to it. Like last year, they added 1080p to their cheapest tier. Now they're going to do multiple streams, switched on downloads, and how Netflix is shifting our plan and pricing structure in other places. In other words, they're going to make other prices for other tiers higher so that people are going to be more inclined to actually go to the ad-supported version of the site. Netflix's service has added a lot of new features over the years with 4K streams and its push into gaming, but don't expect those upgrades to come for free forever. Basically, it's like a free sample where they'll just get you hooked on some of the features before they start restricting them to their premium tier, but a lot of them I think they will maintain on the ad-supported tier because, like the article says, they're trying to scale that version of the site, and while they do like it that people are paying more for some of the added features, they would rather, if people are just watching Netflix for just regular streaming services, to watch it on the ad-supported tier because it makes more money for them. And that's not just me saying this either. Other companies are doing the exact same thing. Right now I have this article from the Hollywood Reporter pulled up, which was from last August. And at the time it was reporting on the Disney earnings call that just occurred. And during that earnings call, CEO Bob Iger said that they're going to be raising the price on the ad-free version of Disney Plus and Hulu by $3 or 30% of the site. But they're maintaining the pricing for the ad-supported version of it in order to allow people to maintain access to that. Iger added that maintaining access to our content for as broad an audience as possible is top of mind for us, which is why pricing for our standalone ad-supported Disney Plus and Hulu offerings will remain unchanged. And even at the time of this article, it wasn't unusual for a streaming service to raise prices on the ad-free version in order to try to push people over to their ad-supported tier. Like this article goes on to point out, price hikes are never subtle, but the move by Disney was the latest from a company in the streaming space to try and nudge consumers ever so slightly towards its advertising-supported tier. You see what I mean? And then this article goes on to talk about NBC Universal's Peacock, which raised their prices by $1. Paramount Plus dropped its $9.99 ad-free tier in favor of an $11.99 tier that includes Showtime content, making it $2 more expensive. So yeah, the other companies are doing the same thing, but look at right here. Even Netflix, which hasn't raised prices at all this year, made a move designed to ever so gently push new subscribers to its ad tier. In July, the company dropped its $10 per month basic plan, meaning the entry point for consumers are now its $6.99 per month ad tier and its $15.49 standard tier. When this article says that they dropped it, that's kind of what I was talking about with this video, because they dropped it in a sense that new people can't subscribe to that basic tier that has no ads on it. If you're already someone who is subscribed to that, you can maintain your access to that so long as you didn't shut down your account and try to come back, because it's not available for returning customers either. And now Netflix just announced that they're getting rid of that tier entirely. So if you already are subscribed to that, then that means you have to choose whether you want to pay $6.99 per month for the ad-supported version, or if you want to jump up to $15.49 per month for the ad-free version. I don't know entirely. I haven't seen any word on it yet, but I think what they're going to do is automatically subscribe those users to the $15.49 per month tier so that they can maintain their access without ads. So if you are someone who actually does have that basic tier, then that means you're going to start getting a higher Netflix bill as a result of all this. And I can understand why these companies are doing this, because they have an obligation to their shareholders to increase profits for the company. So that means with the way the market is, they either have to increase features in order to try to entice some people over, or they have to raise prices in order to try to make more money out of their customers. But the problem with that, with any type of basic business, is you try to charge as much as you can before the consumer is no longer willing to buy that. And it's looking like it's getting to the point where people are no longer willing to pay what these streaming services are demanding. And that's why we got this article that came out from Bloomberg that talking about how because of the streaming services doing this stuff, piracy is on the rise. Because in the past, people would just pay a small fee to subscribe to Netflix because they had access to pretty much everything that they wanted to have access to. And they didn't have to worry about downloading one of those copies. It was a camcorder in a movie theater, or potentially downloading a virus or anything else like that. So people are like, yeah, I'll pay a little bit for the convenience. But now with all these streaming services and the ever increasing prices, and now having ads on the movies and TV shows, people are like, you know what? I'll just go back to pirating. Now, as a disclaimer, I don't advocate for anyone breaking the law. Pirating is still illegal, so I can't endorse such a practice, but it is just a fact that this is going to happen if they continue like this. Now, there's going to be some people who just kind of grumble and just pay the additional fee, but you're going to start seeing people drop off. And as a result, it's going to cause a cascading effect where these streaming services are going to start increasing the prices even more and start restricting more and more features to their premium services in order to try to maintain profits or increase profits. But as they do that, then more and more people are just going to start dropping off. And like I said at the start of this video, Netflix isn't the first company to do this. They're just the latest one to actually do this. And for that matter, this is just the latest move that they've done this to try to increase prices in order to push people to their ad-supported tier. And if you want to actually hear more information about other companies doing this, click this video that I did earlier about Amazon Prime and how they're raising the prices for their customers too.